Hello MRH, this video will show you how to schedule Microsoft Teams meetings with your class. Now that you've downloaded and installed the Microsoft Teams app on your Mac and connected Microsoft to itsLearning, you can now schedule meetings with your classes. There's a few ways that you can do that. I'll show you one which I feel like is the simplest way, and that is through the calendar. So in itsLearning, go to the course that you would like to schedule a meeting with, and then come over here to the calendar portion on your course overview page. Click Add Event. Choose the date and time that you would like to have this meeting. So as today is the 29th, I'll just make sure that this event stays open for one full day and it'll close at 4 p.m. Come down here and find this little icon that you've probably never even noticed. This is the Microsoft Teams icon. Click that button. Click on Create Meeting Link. I will just call this class check-in. The date here is not important, so you don't need to worry about that. Just click create. And the meeting is created. Now, if you aren't by chance logged into Microsoft Teams, it will ask you to log in again. Just use the same credentials that you used when you reset your password for Microsoft Teams. Now that this is done, click on Save. And you'll see over here in the calendar section, it names the course, the time, and it has this link, Join Microsoft Teams Meeting. And this is how you'll get to that meeting as well. Just go ahead and click on that, open Microsoft Teams or join on the web. I highly recommend that you click Open Microsoft Teams. And again, if you've by chance logged out of that application, it will ask you to log in before it lets you launch that meeting. Okay, so that is using the calendar. Now, here's why this is my preferred way to do this. I know that some of you are meeting with smaller groups of kids. You can use the calendar to do just that. So I'm going to put in another meeting, but I'm going to put it in for tomorrow. So if I just come up here to Add Event, I'll put in April 30th, and again, I'll make it all day. And this time, on participants, I'm going to choose my breakfast club. Now this is just a group that I've set up for other demonstrations. So again, we'll just call this group check-in. And again, I just come down here to the Microsoft Teams icon, click it, create meeting link, title it, again, the date is not important here. Click create, generates that meeting link and pops the icon in right here. Click save. Now on the calendar portion, when I click show more, you'll see that Chris Template Swap has scheduled a meeting with Breakfast Club 1, group check-in. And that's for tomorrow. Now, let me show you how this works. I'm going to log in as one of the students, which happens to be mine, that is in that group. To show you what it looks like from the student perspective. Okay, so this is my son, Aiden, and he is in the Breakfast Club test group that I created. And you can see that he can see today's meeting and he can see tomorrow's meeting. Okay, I'm going to log out of this account and log in to another student. And so now Keegan can see that I've scheduled a meeting for today, but he doesn't see that I've scheduled a meeting for tomorrow because he's not in that Breakfast Club group. So if you do create groups, you're able to schedule a meeting with just that group. For instance, if you have a Com Arts class and you would like to have separate meetings for each of those periods, you can assign these events to just those periods. Okay, back to the teacher portion of itsLearning. So now that we've shown that, let me show you an additional way that you can set up a meeting. You can set up a Microsoft Teams meeting from any place where you can get a rich text box. And a task is one of those areas. So we can call this class meetup. Click on the Teams icon here, and if you don't see it, click on More Options, and that'll expand your toolbar. Click on the Teams icon. Again, create meeting link. We'll just call this class meetup, excuse me. Create. Remember, the date's not important. Now if I click on show more options here, I get a little bit more, so you can attach a file to this if you wanted to go over an assignment or something like that. But right now, this is assigned to all course participants. I could change that. I could choose groups and choose one of my period groups, or I could create my own groups, or you could go to the individual participants. Now I will tell you that we are asking you not to schedule individual meetings with single kids in Microsoft Teams. You're more than welcome to do that with Google Meet, but at this time, please do not schedule meetings with individual kids in itsLearning with Microsoft Teams. So again, if you wanted to schedule a meeting with just particular groups, you could do that here. So I'll choose Breakfast Club 1. No deadline. This is just really a way to get the meeting to the kids, so it's not super important that you have a deadline on that. And click Save. Okay, so now we have a task that we can then attach to an assignment and send to a particular kid. We can take this task and add it to an announcement. And there you go. So this is just another way that you're able to start up a Microsoft Teams meeting with your classes. I hope this is helpful to you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We're always here to help.